Ni hao, good morning. Welcome back to Like Luke Eats. Today we're in Chiayi, which is in the south of Taiwan. People typically come here if they're heading to the Alishan Nature Park. It's often referred to as the gateway because I think it's the most sort of major city before heading out sort of into the nature park. From a few video recommendations I watched across YouTube, I've seen there's some really interesting food and particular dishes that mainly found in this region, or at least come from this region. But we're on our way to a local street market where I tried to go yesterday morning, but it turned out that everything was closed for some reason. So today's a Tuesday and I'm hoping everything's open. All right, let's go eat. So thankfully we've made it to the market and everything seems to be open today, which is a plus. And right behind me is the first place that we're going to be going. These guys basically specialize in like a beef soup. So as you'll see, you have all the beef innards, all the different parts of the cow, which are just bubbling along. Hi, can I have one?
Mixed soup or only beef?
Just beef?
Just beef. You want rice?
Sorry?
Rice.
No, just soup.
Okay. 170.
170. There you go, just a big pot of boiling meat. Let's try it and see what it's like. So we have here the beef soup, and you can choose to have different options, whether you want like all of your offal or whether you want just beef. And I'm not the biggest fan of offal, and it is 10 to 8 in the morning, so I just opted for beef to have with it. And as you can see, there's just chunks of beef. It looks like ginger on top, and then it's served with a couple of dipping sauces. So we'll try the beef by itself, then we'll try the broth, then we'll dip it, and then we'll enjoy it. Try the broth, but I don't choke. Wow, that's real intense beef flavour from the broth. But as you can imagine, you've got like all of the innards, all of the offal. There's probably all the bones in there, the skin. So it's like a real layer of fat on the top. We'll try it with a couple of the sauces. Yum. I think one's like a bit of a chili sauce, but it's good. It's definitely a high way to start your day. Yum. Well, that was definitely a really hearty way to start the day. Just a big old bowl full of beef, really. Yeah, the beef was quite tender. You see from the video when they blanch it in the soup, it's rare, it's raw, so it doesn't really have much time to cook. The only cooking it does do is whilst it's in that hot broth. Considering there's all like lungs and there's all different parts of offal in that soup, and it didn't taste too offally, it was just a real beef flavour. You can obviously tell that all the gelatin and everything had seeped out of it. So yeah, it was really tasty. But let's go and try the next thing, which is basically a meat roll, and I think they're just making it here. We're now going to get a first-class experience of actually how to make it.
Yeah. This one. That's one. Yes, that pound of that. It's a pig.
Pig?
Yeah.
Which part of the pig? Stomach?
Yeah.
Ah.
This one. It's nice. This one.
Wow.
This one. Onion.
Spring onions?
Yeah. And then this one. I forgot this one. This one and this one. And meat. And this shape that one.
Okay.
Shape that one. And then this one. It's delicious.
Yeah.
You try it.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And then you tell them to slice.
Yeah.
And then you
Okay.
take
And what meat's inside of it?
meat.
What meat?
Meat.
Pork?
Pork meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you. how interesting. There's just 4 ladies, and it turns out one of the ladies who sat there, who's actually rolling the meat, is the wife. And then the guy who's next door, who's sort of grinding all the meat and all the vegetables together, is the husband. And then just where we're at to go and buy it from, it's run by the son and I believe the daughter. So real family business, obviously been here for quite some time. The lady who was just talking to me then is from the Philippines. And she was saying that one of the girls is from China, one of the girls is from Vietnam. She's obviously from Philippines, and then some from Taiwan themselves. So there's a real mixture of different people working here. But I guess that's one of the things about Taiwan, is that there's always been such a mixture of different nationalities that visit the country, or that at least live here and work here. Obviously from having a lot of influence from sort of European, from China, from Japan. It's all sort of merged together and created a lot of the dishes that we try today and that we eat. So let's go and get one of these fried meat rolls and see what it tastes like, because I'm excited. All right, we've got a mixture of everything. I think this is a starfruit juice, which is something that I did see Chopstick Travels, he tried. So we've now got it. It wasn't on the list of things to get right now, but let's sit down, try the meat roll, and try the starfruit juice and see what it's like. First thing we're trying is those meat rolls. And as you basically saw, it's like, whether it's the intestine or the stomach, it's very similar to like how they make haggis. So basically lay out the innards of the pig, and then they stuff it with a mixture of meat and vegetables. So it looks like there's carrots and onions, and you have 2 different types. Looks like there's white onion, and looks like this. And as you can see, they deep fry it, and that is steamy, and it looks like it's dripping with either oil or juice. And then they serve it up into a box. So let's taste it. Yeah, the meat's really soft. It's got a real heavy onion flavour. It's so hot, but it's good. The outside's a little bit crispy. It's obviously meant to take home and share with your family, because to have all of that for one person is quite a lot. Yeah, tasty. And then next we have the side quest drink, the starfruit juice. The woman who was making the rolls said it's really delicious and really refreshing. So we'll give it a try. That is delicious and refreshing. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a little bit orangey. I think there's like a bit of lemonade or something in there. But yeah, that is refreshing. Nice and cold, especially where that meat roll is quite fatty and it's been deep fried. Yeah, really tasty. So I think that's a successful trip to the market, and there's still a couple more things on the list that I do want to go and try. So we'll go and find them, and then we'll go and try them. Very good.
Yeah, you like?
Very refreshing.
Yeah, me, I like that.
Your favourite?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. What really nice people. Took the time to show me around, show what they were cooking. All right, let's get out of here and find where we're going next. If you're watching this video and you're enjoying watching all the food that I'm eating and exploring these different places, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see what else we've got coming up. I've got loads of things planned for the next probably 3 to 6 months. So yeah, drop a subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you try all of this food that we're trying as well. Let me know if you've been to Taiwan and what your favorite dish in Taiwan is. All right, let's get back to the food. All right, so the next place we're going to is really what Chiayi is most famous for, and that's their turkey rice. So there's over 300 different vendors in this city that will sell a turkey rice, and it pretty much is what it says on the tin: braised turkey on some rice with a bit of the turkey fat. The place we're going to now, I think it was featured on that Netflix documentary, and it's just here. So what have we got? Turkey. I do have an English menu, which is good. All right, let's pick somewhere to sit that we're not going to be in the way. Let's go just over here. All right, what do we have? Put the camera down. Take my backpack off. So, in a lot of places here, what they'll often do is they'll give you a menu and then a paper menu, so you actually tick what you want, and then you give it back to them, and then they'll bring the food over. What are we going to go for? Rice bowls, chunky turkey rice, shredded turkey rice, pork chop with rice, braised pork over rice, steamed white rice. All right, we're going to go for shredded turkey rice, which is $35. I also want to try the braised pork rice because I had that somewhere else and it was delicious. What sides have we got? Milkfish porridge? Probably not a fan of fish. Squid, boiled pig intestines, boiled bitter melon, bamboo shoots, broccoli. Right, we'll go for turkey rice and a braised pork over rice and we'll see what they're like. The two dishes we opted for was the turkey rice. So as you see, it's pretty much just shredded turkey over some boiled rice. There's some crispy shallots in there, and then they put over a bit of the braising liquid in which the turkey comes in. I've tried a couple of dishes of these, and look, it's pretty much what it says it is. I think these guys are supposed to be quite popular. I think they were the one on the Netflix, but I'll fact check that one. All right, let's try it. Yeah, it's good. Not a huge amount of turkey, but the turkey it is now is really soft. I'm pretty sure it's fried shallots. Give it a really nice crispy onion flavour. And that braising liquid, it's quite sweet, quite fatty. But yeah, tasty bowl of rice. And then next is probably my favourite of these sort of rice dishes, and that's the braised pork. Oh, I'm dripping sauce all over the table. But basically, it's just braised pork belly. The pork's quite dark, so I'm assuming it's been with like some other sort of spices. But yeah, that's so good. Wow. Definitely some soy, some ginger, probably a bit like rice wine, bit of sugar. But that is a really delicious bowl. And again, the same price, $35. So, about a pound. What a great way to start the day. Oh, you're so tiny. Hello. Okay, so the next place that I'm going to try, and what a lot of people have here, is they do a lot of goose meat. So there's a place just behind me which specialises in a goose noodle. So we're going to go in there, see what it's like, taste it. But here it is. Just a small little place serving up some noodles. There's your goose broth. All right, and then come in here, grab yourself a little table, and then try and decipher the menu. Right, so we've got the final savoury dish of the day, which is these goose noodles. So you've got the blanched noodles in some broth, which had some bean sprouts and some green onion. And then she topped that with some shallots, and I think what was like, must have been some type of oil, because I heard it sizzle when it went on. And then the guy went through and picked out some of the best cuts of goose that they had. He then went over to the side and topped it with sort of what you can see, that sauce on it, which I'm not sure what it is. Sweet. Maybe tamarind, but let's get into it and see what it's like. Try a bit of that goose first. Yeah, really soft, tender, tastes similar to duck. They got a nice bit of fat across the top, and then those noodles. Real nice taste them, really well cooked. But that that goose is really the star of the show and what you come to get. Look at that. Wow. Yum. Get a bit of the goose, bit of the noodles. Just one thing with a lot of the dishes here, that nothing's super overcomplicated. It's kept really simple. Like this, some good noodles, some good meat, nice sauce. Brings it all together into an excellent bowl of food. Delicious. Delicious. Just real clean, real simple, really nice. And what time is it? 12 o'clock, and I haven't even had a coffee yet. So what you'll see if you ever do come to Chiayi is that a lot of the city, a lot of it has like Japanese influence, Chinese influence. So the spot I'm going to go and grab a coffee at now is apparently the most photographed coffee shop in the whole of the city. And you'll see why when we get there. But time for some caffeine and then time for some sweet treats.
The waffle flavor we have. This one is original, and matcha. This one is like black tea.
Black tea.
Peach jam inside.
Can we get one black tea with peach jam?
Okay.
And do you want a matcha or do you want original with share? Is there anything inside the original?
No.
No.
If
Do
you
you
have some sugar, I kind of want matcha.
and one matcha?
Matcha. Okay.
Yeah. Up we go. Oh wow. This is nice. Thank you. Look at this. Perfect. Thank you very much. Whew. Like the Wooden Down Museum. Okay, it's like a traditional Japanese house. Okay, this is like England in the 1600s. But it's not. It's like the inside of... I don't think anyone would know what the Wooden Down Museum is. The coffee has arrived. Look at that. Oh. Matcha waffle, although I don't like matcha, but it is for Kate. And then there's a black tea with marmalade? Peach jam. Peach yam. Just Kate getting the shots in for Instagram. But let's taste this coffee and see what it's like.
Move your hand for a second.
Move my hand for a second. I have been told to move my hand. I'm very naughty.
Welcome to my world.
All right. Oh, the cup feels nice. Nice hand feel to the cup. Smooth and rich, just how I like my women. Delicious. And then, oh, that is glistening with peach goodness. Wow. What a really interesting taste. You can really taste the black tea coming through in the actual waffle. And then that peach jam, there's a nice sweetness. Obviously the tea's a little bit bitter. But the peach jam, that's really good. If you come to Chiayi, I'll put this place down below. Come check it out. Grab a coffee, grab a waffle. Ready to go. All right, well, that wraps up a successful morning of eating in Chiayi, Taiwan. I don't really have any room left for food, and I've got a train to catch because we're heading back to Taipei for the next couple of nights. So stay tuned for some videos from there. Again, if you've liked what you've seen today, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one. See ya.